Welcome to the Deep Dive. This is where I take sources and really distill them into powerful insights just for you. Today, we're going on, well, kind of a deeply personal journey. We're looking at Bianca Sparacino's really profound book, The Strength in Our Scars. Our mission isn't just to talk about navigating pain and finding self-love. It's more about uncovering a kind of roadmap for your own transformation. We're going to explore how our deepest wounds can actually somehow become our greatest healers, how to bravely rebuild when everything feels broken, and what it truly means to love both, the world around us and maybe harder, the person staring back in the mirror. This isn't just theory, it's about practical wisdom, stuff that resonates long after you finish listening, guiding your own path forward.
Yeah, and what's truly fascinating about Sparacino's work, I think, is how she fundamentally redefines healing and growth. She really challenges that conventional idea that strength means like moving on untouched. Instead, she views our scars not as deficits, not as evidence of weakness, but as these powerful symbols of our resilience, symbols of the profound journey we've actually endured. It's a radical shift in perspective, really.
Absolutely, it is. And that radical shift is precisely where we'll start. Sparacino's core philosophy is what she calls beauty in the contrast. At its heart, this idea suggests that, a true deep appreciation for joy and light, it can only be fully realized through experiencing pain and darkness. She's a firm believer in this essential dance, between the light and the dark days, hope and hurt, fire and ash, the fall and the rise. But Sparacino takes this idea even deeper, to a more insightful level when she states, and this is a striking line, "You have not lived until you have died." How does she lead us to embrace such a counterintuitive thought? That sounds intense.
It is intense. It's a profound paradox she asks us to grapple with. The world will inevitably offer you both immense beauty and, searing pain. Sparacino posits that recognizing this duality and even acknowledging pain as a gift, maybe, is arguably the most crucial lesson you'll ever learn. She says it so powerfully. It is all I have lost that has set me free. Now, this isn't just about acceptance. It's a radical reframing of loss, transforming it from just a deficit into a catalyst for profound personal freedom. It really challenges our instinct to cling, doesn't it? And instead invites us to find liberation in surrender itself. It suggests that shedding what no longer serves us, even if it feels like, dying, is what allows a new life to truly begin.
Right. So when we experience those deaths, those profound losses or breakdowns, Sparacino offers a truly empowering an actionable process for rebuilding. She doesn't suggest you just sit there and lament the pieces of yourself that you've lost. Instead, she uses this vivid, almost visceral imagery, telling you to splay them across the kitchen floor. Look at each and every one of them from a place of healing and choose to create yourself again. It's not passive recovery, is it? It sounds like an intentional act of self-sculpting.
It absolutely is an active, conscious choice to evolve. And this isn't just poetic language. It's like a revolutionary blueprint for intentional self-sculpting after upheaval. She guides you through this deliberate evolution, urging you to shape your spine stronger this time. Shape your heart bigger this time. Shape your eyes, capable of seeing more than you ever imagined. Shape your mouth. Give it the capacity to say all of the words you never allowed yourself to say. Begin again. Think about shape your spine, stronger this time. It's not just physical, right? It's about cultivating this unwavering mental fortitude, standing taller in your convictions, and shape your mouth. Say all of the words you never allowed yourself to say. That's such a direct, powerful call to reclaim your voice, isn't it? To set boundaries, maybe. To articulate desires you might have suppressed for years. It turns a beautiful metaphor into, concrete internal actions you can actually identify in your own life. Importantly, she offers this powerful reassurance, reminding you that your body is more than just a graveyard for those who could not love it. Your heart is more than just a cemetery for those who disappeared. It's about reclaiming your inner world, making it a garden, not a wasteland.
That idea of active, intentional self-creation is incredibly empowering. It really focuses on what we can control. But what about those elements of ourselves, and indeed those connections that seem to just slip away, almost beyond our control? How do we navigate the profound complexities of saying goodbye and experiencing loss, especially when the pieces aren't entirely ours to reshape? Sparacino points out that goodbye isn't final. It isn't a finish line. People never stay gone. End quote. She argues that past connections can reappear in the most unexpected ways: a street corner, maybe a familiar laugh, a favorite restaurant. You can't just unlove someone.
Exactly. And this leads to a really profound insight into why people leave, which often has less to do with you and more to do with their own unhealed pasts, their own fears. Sparacino gives these incredibly specific, almost heartbreaking examples, like Maybe they left because when they were 14, they had their best friend come to them with a heart that never healed. Or at 17, they finally noticed the distance between their parents at the dinner table. Maybe it was a deeper, ingrained fear of deep connection or loss itself. At 25, they watched their grandfather empty out the oceans within him at the grave of his high school sweetheart, realizing how cruel it truly was to love something that death could touch. Or even just plain self-doubt. They left you because they never learned that they could be better than their past. And her powerful conclusion on this point is, I think, incredibly freeing for you, the listener. Trust me when I say they didn't leave you because they didn't love you. They left you because they didn't love themselves enough to believe that they could be different. Understanding this can be such a liberating perspective if you're grappling with a breakup or a loss. It shifts the focus from your perceived failings or shortcomings to recognizing the internal struggles, the unhealed wounds of the other person. It's not about excusing their actions, obviously, but about understanding that their journey, their unresolved past, often dictated their capacity to stay. And that frees you from a burden of self-blame that was likely never yours to carry in the first place.
Yeah, that understanding brings such a sense of relief and redirection, actually.
Yeah.
It naturally pivots to your own agency, doesn't it? Your own power in your life and relationships. Sparacino articulates this beautifully with a crucial line: "You are the one who built your walls. Don't ever doubt for a second that you have the capacity to tear them down." Oh, it really puts the power squarely back in your hands. It feels like, okay, I can do this. But for someone who has perhaps relied on others for their sense of worth, how does Sparacino suggest we truly cultivate that internal locus of control, that happiness inside?
Well, she dives deep into the importance of self-validation. It's a recurring and really vital theme in the book. She asserts quite plainly, you're the only person who gets to decide if you are happy or not. Do not put your happiness into the hands of other people. Now, this isn't just about being individualistic. It's a radical call for self-responsibility. It emphasizes that your joy, your worth, they're your responsibility, not contingent on someone else's acceptance or how they feel about you. It really challenges that external gaze, urging you to stop looking for validation outside yourself. It's about being proud of the person you're becoming, totally independent of any external praise or criticism. This self-reliance is crucial for building lasting peace.
Right. Yet in a world that often craves connection, we frequently seem to, well, avoid it. Sparacino observes how we oddly avoid eye contact, we time our text responses, and we hold our feelings back. This widespread reluctance to truly open up inevitably leads to feelings of loneliness and profound misunderstanding. It's like we're building new walls, even as we're trying to tear the old ones down.
And this is precisely where she emphasizes the transformative power of vulnerability as a pathway to genuine depth. She challenges the fear that holds us back, encouraging us, saying, it is okay to be emotional, to seek help, to confidently tell someone you enjoy being around that you are infatuated with them, which is brave. She says, there is nothing wrong with vulnerability, with being human, for that is what creates depth within our relationships, and that is what ultimately unifies us. She's basically saying that the very things we fear about showing our authentic selves, the messiness, the emotion, are actually the building blocks of truly meaningful connection. It's about stripping away the pretense, allowing your true self to be seen, which then kind of invites others to do the same. And that fosters real unity.
Okay, so if vulnerability opens the door to deeper connection, what does it truly mean to care for someone, according to Sparacino? It seems to go beyond just surface-level affection. She makes it clear it's about making them a priority, not just when it is easy, but when it is difficult as well. That's a real test of affection and commitment, isn't it?
It's a profound commitment, yes. She explains it means showing up for them when they least deserve it, because that is when they need it the most. Now, this isn't about enabling negative behavior, let's be clear, but it is about demonstrating unconditional support through their struggles. She gives concrete, actionable examples, putting down your phone, actually engaging in deeper conversations beyond the mundane, how was your day stuff, debating ideas, teaching each other things, and simply being present in their lives. She reinforces that actions speak louder than words, saying, show them that they matter to you. Take action in making sure that they feel loved and backing up what you speak. It's a call for intentional, visible effort that translates feelings into felt realities. That creates a true foundation of trust and love.
That's a powerful call to action. Demands genuine effort. But sometimes, despite all that effort and vulnerability, love isn't reciprocated in full, or it simply isn't whole. Sparacino addresses the painful but necessary act of letting go, stating, if you love someone, stand up for that. Be honest with them. Choose them every single day. And if you cannot, or if things change, let them go. That last part is hard.
It is hard, but she provides a crucial, often overlooked perspective that sometimes Leaving is an act of love, too. If you find yourself loving someone in halves, or if they are consistently taking without truly giving back, then setting them free and critically, setting yourself free allows for both individuals to find a love that is balanced, whole, and genuinely reciprocal. She clarifies, the timing is not wrong, the love is wrong. Now, this isn't a judgment, it's more like an acknowledgement of an unshakable truth sometimes. It's about understanding that trying to force something that isn't working will only lead to you breaking your own heart trying to fill someone else's. And that's a vital truth for self-preservation, right? And for ultimately allowing both people to find a more authentic connection down the line.
That's a really important distinction for self-preservation, yeah. Now, as we transition a bit from understanding others and external relationships, let's talk about embracing vulnerability, courage, and your own unique journey. Sparacino introduces this beautiful idea of strength and softness, challenging the conventional view of what it means to be truly strong. She says, you do not always have to be fire. Do not always have to burn those who come too close. Remember, you are 70% water. You have it within you to be soft. How does she suggest we cultivate this kind of gentle power?
It's a profound reevaluation of strength, isn't it? She implies that true strength isn't about being impenetrable or constantly on guard. It's more about flexibility, adaptability, and emotional openness, much like water. And with that softness comes the importance of staying open to life, even after you've been deeply hurt. Stay open, it is how the light gets in. It's such a simple, beautiful line. She explains that by guarding yourself from sadness, by trying to build an emotional fortress, you inadvertently close yourself off from all the happiness, the joy, the profound connection the world is actually trying to give you. It's a delicate balance, really, allowing yourself to feel everything, knowing that the capacity for sorrow often parallels the capacity for immense joy.
I find her refreshing perspective on courage particularly liberating, emphasizing that courage is in the little things. Oh, this isn't about grand gestures or heroic acts, is it? She writes, sometimes courage is as simple as opening your eyes in the morning. Sometimes your mountain to climb is made up of weekdays and months, made up of pushing yourself forward even when you want to nestle into the past. For those of us navigating difficult personal battles, what does this quiet courage truly look like day to day?
It's often overlooked, but it's so powerful. She elaborates that courage isn't always made of, like, combat or big declarations. It's the quiet fight, the dim softness that flickers even on your darkest days, just reminding you that you are strong, that you are growing. It's that unwavering perseverance through everyday challenges, the choice to just continue even when your internal world feels chaotic. It's also allowing yourself to heal despite the messiness, because she says healing is the messiest thing you will ever know. And it takes immense bravery just to sit in that discomfort, to confront the broken pieces and begin the work of recreation. That persistence, that willingness to be imperfect while still striving forward, that's her definition of true courage.
And a huge, often challenging part of that healing journey involves forgiveness, particularly self-forgiveness. Sparacino states, you can say you have healed not when you've forgotten, but when you have forgiven. It's a powerful distinction.
It truly is. And she deepens this understanding for you, the listener, by emphasizing that forgiveness is ultimately about you, not the person who caused the hurt. Forgiveness has always been about learning how to give yourself the closure you seek in others, how to accept the things you cannot change. Forgiveness has always been about learning how to befriend your past rather than making it an enemy. This is about releasing that burden of resentment, and the desire for an apology that might never come. It's about consciously choosing to move forward, not by erasing the past, but by integrating it into a narrative of growth, seeing your past self with compassion rather than judgment, and allowing yourself to be free.
And as we move through this journey, it's easy to feel like we're not where we're supposed to be, or, that we're falling behind somehow. Sparacino offers this powerful reframe. You are not falling behind. You are falling into yourself. I love that. And she delivers a profound realization about happiness that challenges so much of what we're taught. Happiness was never something you were going to find. Instead, it was something you were going to become. That shifts everything, doesn't it?
It absolutely does. It transforms happiness from some destination you arrive at to an ongoing process. She connects this idea directly to personal growth and self-discovery. You're going to realize it one day That happiness was always about the discovery, the hope, the listening to your heart and following it wherever it chose to go. Happiness was always about being kinder to yourself. It was always about embracing the person you were becoming. And it's about savoring the journey, recognizing the small triumphs, forgiving the missteps, and celebrating the evolution of your authentic self. It's about being proud of who you are and what you authentically put into the world, focusing not on some singular achievement, but on the continuous act of becoming more fully you.
So what does this all mean for how you live? How you choose to exist in the world right now? Sparacino encourages you to truly live, to make your life art. And this isn't about perfection, it's about intention, expression. She tells us it means taking chances, risking your heart, making mistakes and memories. It means choosing impossibility, choosing risk. It's about embracing the full spectrum of life, isn't it?
Absolutely.
It means consciously creating a life that reflects your truest self, daring to pursue passions, allowing yourself to love wholeheartedly, even if it means heartbreak sometimes, collecting experiences over possessions. It's about approaching each day as an opportunity to add another brushstroke to your masterpiece. Because as she reminds us, life is finite and fragile, and it vanishes too quickly. Make it worth it. Make it count. Don't hold back. So as we wrap up this deep dive into Bianca Sparacino's The Strength in Our Scars, we've uncovered some truly essential nuggets of wisdom, I think. We explored the inherent beauty in our scars, understanding them not as flaws, but as badges of resilience. We delved into the profound strength found in intentionally rebuilding ourselves, piece by piece. We discussed the transformative power of true, vulnerable connection and the understanding that happiness, well, it's a process of becoming, not a discovery you find outside yourself.
Yeah, and if there's one central message to maybe carry forward, it's this. You are not broken, you are becoming. It's such a powerful distinction. And while external love might not save you in the way fairy tales promise, it can beautifully hold your hand while you save yourself. It reminds you that your journey of healing and growth is uniquely your own, but you never have to walk it in isolation.
And just to leave you with one final, deeply provocative thought from Sparacino to carry forward into your own days. I hope you learn how to love yourself the way you love others, unconditionally and without hesitation, deeply and from the softest parts of who you are. Because isn't it a shame that we're so quick to forgive the humanness in someone else's soul, but we often forget to forgive ourselves? What a shame it is that we are so quick to find a soulmate before we take the time to find and truly understand our own souls. It's a powerful call, really, to turn that boundless love and understanding inward and truly discover yourself first.